Hello! I'm going to do the 13 questions tag. Starting with, what do you order at Starbucks? I order generally a tall caramel frappuccino with extra caramel. Can't help it. The caramel is delicious. And I don't skip on the whip either. Number two, what's one thing in your closet that you cannot live without? I'm gonna go ahead and vote my clothes. I think, maybe some people would be okay with me walking around naked, but probably the majority of them would not. So I'm gonna go with my clothes. Number three, what's one thing that most people probably wouldn't know about you? Well, I'll say people in YouTube land wouldn't know that I'm only 5'1". That's random, I know, but first thing I thought of. Yeah, so I'm short. Anyways, number four, name one thing that you want to do before you die. There are lots of things I want to do before I die. Mainly just live my life to the fullest potential. Do anything and everything that I possibly can, and have fun doing it, and try to involve people that I care about, and all that jazz. Number five, what's one food that you cannot live without? Ugh. I'm gonna say bread. I really love bread, and it can go with so many different things, and even if you have nothing in your house, as long as you have bread, you have something. You can make something. You make anything out of bread. Yeah. Number six, what quote or phrase do you live your life by? I guess I'm not a quote or phrase, big quote or phrase person, but there's a few of them I really like. I don't have them memorized, I have to go to my Facebook to find them. I know one of them is from Quentin Crisp, and of course my Facebook is not loading. And I'm stalling. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're gonna skip this question. I'll come back to it. Because I don't know the quotes. Okay. Next question. Number seven, what do you like and dislike about the YouTube community? I like what I like is how much you can learn about other people, and how I think it's really fascinating how quickly things spread. And also, I find it funny how even I am doing this right now with this video, how I don't want to say narcissistic people are, but how a lot of us have videos of ourselves answering questions about ourselves because we think people are actually interested in us. Which some people are. Like, I like to, watch other people's videos and find out what their favorites are and stuff like that. Just for pure fun, just finding out about other people. But when you look at it, it's like, I just put a video on YouTube with, 20 questions about me. Go watch it because you're totally interested in me, and I don't know. Whatever. We're all victims to it. I am, obviously. I'm doing it right now, so. Yeah. I think we all secretly want to get famous. Okay. What do I dislike? What do I dislike about the YouTube community? I like how no, I dislike how people can be very judgmental and hurtful, and not only comments but some videos, and the fact that that are so horrible can become viral, you know? Like, I just watched the video of the teen mom girl, Janelle, I think was her name, just wailing on that other girl, and nobody stopped it. Nobody. They're all just egging her on, saying, yeah, get her, whatever. And I just think it's so horrible that, I mean, luckily, she did get arrested, as she should have, for being so blatantly violent and barbaric, but um, yeah, that was. I mean, that's what good comes out of it is, people are intelligent enough to record these types of things. So blackmail is probably pretty common now, but I just don't like how some things that are really horrible get really widespread, and they get a lot of media attention, and some of them get media attention that ends up helping the situation, like, pointing out bullying or something like that, but a lot of them don't. They just get hype because, you know, it's cool or whatever. It's cool. It's on YouTube. Eh. I'm also really annoyed by the Rebecca Black song right now, so that's one thing. Another thing I dislike about YouTube is stuff like that. Anyways, number 8. What is your number 1 most listened to song on iTunes? I don't use iTunes that much. I use Pandora a lot, and Windows Media Player, actually. It's similar, I think, very similar to iTunes, and it doesn't always ask me to upgrade or change it or something to the new iTunes or the new Windows Media Player or whatever. But my most listened to song on iTunes is apparently a yoga tune called Misty from Kitaro. Yeah. I don't know. And number 9, what kind of style would you define yourself as having? I have this conversation a lot with a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, actually my neighbor. She likes to refer to my style as artsy. I've always thought that. I didn't. Of course, I had styles when I was in high school, and some of them were pretty bad. But for the most part, now I think I don't. I feel like I don't have a defined style. I just buy clothes that I like and do my hair the way I like. And if it happens to, I mean, I could probably fit into a lot of different genres, if you will. Every day of the week have a new genre, but yeah, I guess artsy is kind of apparently it's her opinion, so I'm gonna go with that. um, Number 10, favorite number. I guess if I had to pick a favorite number, I would say 5. I don't know why. I don't know what's with favorite numbers. It's not like anything special ever happens to me with the number 5, but I don't know. I think I've always picked 5, and again, I don't know why. No particular reason. Maybe I like its shape. Number 11, 2 hobbies. Well, crafting definitely is my number 1 hobby, my most enjoyable, the one that I always default to. And second hobby, I don't know. I guess if you could say if hanging out with your friends is a hobby, then that's my second hobby, because that's the other thing that I do besides school and work and nothing. Number 12, two pet peeves. What One of my biggest pet peeves has always been crumbs in the bed or on the kitchen counter. Excuse me. Or any crumbs, really, anywhere. Crumbs just drive me crazy. Um, my other pet peeve, I have a few pet peeves, but my other pet peeve is um, I hate when people try to, it's hard to explain, I guess. Um, say I'm telling them, my sister used to do this to me all the time. Basically, tell me how I'm feeling or tell me that I'm wrong when I'm not. And I have, especially about feelings that I'm feeling. Like, if I say, I was so mad about da 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 da, and then they'd be like, you're not mad. You didn't act mad. It's like, oh, I was mad. Or, that really doesn't make any sense. Basically, when people tell me that I'm wrong when I know I'm not, when I have evidence to prove that I'm not, or that I was I was in the particular situation and I know what happened, but they're dead set on telling me that I'm wrong and not wanting to hear my end of it or anything. I guess that's kind of like closed-mindedness, not wanting to hear what I have to say. It bothers me because I listen to what other people have to say. Okay. Number 13, guilty pleasure. Wow. The Disney Channel. Yeah, that's my guilty pleasure. For sure. Okay, and I just went back to check my quotes on my Facebook, and apparently it's still not working. Okay, so one of them was by Quentin Crisp, and one of them was from Michel Foucault. So maybe if you find some interesting quotes out there from either of those two brilliant individuals, they might be the same one that I really like. So, okay, that's it. Bye.